guys? How you doing? Daytona Beach. How you doing? Good. All right, fire it up. It's a Saturday. It's supposed to be like the craziest night this weekend. You got the drunk spring breakers in town. The drunk bikers are in town. We'll see if any of them run into each other. That's going to be dangerous. No, it's crazy up here. By any chance, you guys don't know me. If you had to guess, well, how old do you think I am? And I want you to be nice. If I had a gun to your head, how old do you think I am? I don't want to hear 24 because that's definitely not it, you know. 21, is that what you said? Oh, you're a sweetheart, but that's not true. That's flattery. I didn't want flattery. Most of the time, I've been getting in my 40s recently, and that's not nice, because I'm 32. So when you tell me I'm 42, that just makes me feel bad inside. But no, I look a little bit older, and I understand that, but what I don't like is when I go to bars with my friends, and they say, hey, I need to see your ID, your ID, your ID. No, you're good, dude. No, dude, I'm not good. You know what I am? I'm sad inside. Okay? I get back there, make me a double, let me drown these sorrows. It's even worse being with my wife. We meet new people. She looks her appropriate age. I look a bit older for some reason. Everybody thinks that I'm robbing the cradle and she's gold digging. First question out of their mouth, hey, what do you do for a living? Let me tell you something, that's not subtle, okay? Get to the point, grow some balls, just say, hey, is she fucking you for the money? And the answer to that question is, I wish I had that type of money. I don't. Big race, what is it? We got the bike race this week, but a couple weeks ago we had the 500. Anybody here go to the 500? All right, all right. I didn't make it. I was out of town. Don't feel bad. If I was here, I probably wouldn't go. It's not because I don't enjoy the races, it's just because I can't handle them physically anymore. I got this pasty white skin, you're out in the sun all day long. My wife likes to chase me around with sunscreen, tries to rub it on my bald spot. That's a fun thing, I gotta tell you. That's a good way to age me, about 20 years. But the worst part is I usually get infield tickets. I mean, the whole time, just on your neck, just, where's the wreck? Where's the wreck? You just back and forth. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is worse for your neck muscles? Is it performing a very thorough session of cunnilingus, or going to one of these races? Oh, silence in the room. Is it because with Daytona big words is bad, or like everyone doesn't know what that word means, or we know what that word means? No, it means oral sex, okay? I did this joke for a friend of mine, and she's like, I don't know what that word means. I said, that's because your boyfriend's an asshole. No, they're two hard things to compare, going to a race and performing oral sex. They are hard to compare. I mean, for instance, one event takes 2 to 4 hours to finish, and that's with optimal conditions. And the other event involves race cars. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, you know? I don't know. I'm not the best at it. What can I say? Speaking of NASCAR and oral sex, I guess. Does anybody remember about 10 years ago, there was a company, Enzyte. Does anybody remember Enzyte? They were all over your TV screen, and they were selling big dick pills. That was their thing. They blew up. I can't believe nobody remembers that. The advertising was extremely funny, but they sold so many, at one point they had a NASCAR. I looked up some information. The owner of this company, they sold all these pills, not 1 inch of bigger dick, like out there. I mean, out of millions and millions of pills. They didn't work. And it's okay, if some of you in here bought these pills, that's fine. They promised to turn your shower into a grower. That's an attractive offer, okay? And because of it, they sold millions. The owner of the company had to go to jail and forfeit $500 million of his big dick money. They sold so many that they had a full NASCAR, Enzyte, all over this thing. They never won any races, because apparently big dicks aren't very aerodynamic. Speaking of that, do you think like all Olympic swimmers must have small packages? I mean, they shave absolutely everything for drag resistance. You think a big bulge would cost them a stand on the podium, right? And that's why I'm such a slow swimmer, ladies. That's the most awkward wink, by the way. By the way, that's not true. I'm really fast in a pool. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. I gotta tell you guys, I do have some drug addictions. That's true. The one that I can't seem to kick, I gotta tell you, is actually Propecia. You know, for the hair. Yeah. No, it's tough. I gotta tell you, this pharmaceutical company, they get their claws in me. They're not letting go. Let me tell you how the way this drug works, okay? I have to take a pill every day. If I forget to take this pill for even a short period of time, I lose all my hair. I mean, that's screwed up, right? I mean, talk about literally holding something over somebody's head, right? I'm an addict. Like, I have to take these things. The pill's actually really cheap. but I have nightmares all the time that they're going to boost the price like they did on those EpiPens. You know what I'm talking about? Because who's going to care about a bunch of middle-aged, balding crybabies? No one's going to care if they raise the price of Propecia. I can see the headlines now, right? You know, it's breaking news, pharmaceutical company skyrockets the price of Propecia. Middle-aged men across the country absolutely outraged. Many forced to sell their sports cars or subject themselves to a lifetime of hats. There's real news out there, people. No one's going to care about us. But that's not till it affects you personally, okay? And I'm not saying you're going to lose your hair. I hope for all of you that you get to keep it. This is a terrible thing. But what I am saying is that if I can't afford the new price of Propecia, I'll rob all your houses. Yeah, that's true. I will do some straight up crackhead shit before I let this hair go. So I'm telling you, if you guys ever see me again, and this is looking a little thinner, lock your doors. You've all been warned. I'm Rob Rolick. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you.
Let's give it up for Rob one more time.